What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to the second episode of World Trigger. This one's titled Neighbor and Trion Soldier. Once again, thank you to Spitz for recommending this show to me through my Patreon. If you would like to recommend a show, the top tier on Patreon allows you to do that. There are only 3 spots available at any one time. And yeah, you can find more information on my Discord or on there if you so wish. So, episode 2. Recording this just after episode 1. Both episodes should be coming out the same day, obviously. And yeah, it was a very positive start. I mean, it's not an overly new scenario for me, the plot of this show, mainly because we have a show this season called The Salty Bouquet that has pulled a very similar sort of thing. But this one's 2014, so I don't know how unique this genre and show type was back then. I don't remember how many shows I've watched from pre-2014 that did this, so who knows. But overall, a good impression so far. Animation quality is average until we get to the fighting, in which case all the special effects are very over the top, and I like it. We met Osamu and Yuma. These seem to be our main pairing of characters we've met. We also briefly saw the girl, the black-haired girl, who's from the main cover art and the main promo of this show in the OP. So I assume she's going to be relevant at some point. I guess we'll meet her in due course. She seems to already be part of the school, at least, so I guess we'll meet her eventually. And we also saw the one guy that saved... Well, I assume saved Osamu. I don't know if he was a border agent during that time when he was saved by this other character. But Osamu is a border agent, although on the weaker side of things, as evidenced by the fact that he couldn't take out the last monster that we fought, which I forget the name of already, and I can't find it at the moment. But yeah, Yuma ended up having to reveal that he was also well, he wasn't a border member. He's actually a neighbor from the other world and has a trigger, as noted. So he's only here because his late father has said, I have a friend in Japan who's a member of Border who you can like go to see or go meet up or something along those lines. There is a reason for him to be there after his father passed. I'm not quite sure what it is just yet or who this friend might be. I guess we'll cover that in due course. But it now has the distinction of, well, if he's a neighbor and these monster things are neighbors, why would you fight the things that are from your world? So there's obviously a distinction between neighbor is just an all-encompassing group, like we would say alien. Like if something's from another planet than ours, we would call it an alien. Even if they're both very, very different species, both very different entities, we'd still call them both aliens, when in actuality we should be calling them something different. So whether Yuma is considered a human in that regard, if this other world also has humanity to an extent, or if he's just another being that's not human, not quite sure. But I think where they're going with this, at least with Trion soldiers, I assume those are the entities that we've been fighting. Or he is or Yuma is a Trion soldier. And Trion is that world's border. Not sure. I expect this to be a fairly exposition-y episode in terms of detailing what's going on. At least that's where my mind is going. I'm expecting a little bit of exposition here now that we've made that initial reveal. And surprisingly, that reveal came very early because honestly, that felt like a plotline they could have drawn out a little bit, but it makes sense for Yuma's character to not give a damn about revealing that information. His character's quite unique in that regard, and is enjoyable for that reason. He's very blunt and honest. And we even see that when he's lied to, he's like, he has something changes with his eye. Like, it's either default, I think it's default white, but then it turned to black. When he was judging if someone was lying, or he was using some other form of power. I assume that is the influence of Replica, which takes the form of a ring at school, which he almost got in trouble for. But there's also this like weird mech thing that also turns into his suit when he activates his trigger. So I don't know if Replica is his trigger, and then that he seems to be almost like a separate centered entity, unlike Samu's trigger, which just seems to activate and doesn't have that other side to it, at least. So maybe that's something unique to him because he's from the other world, or it's just something that Osamu hasn't unlocked yet because he's just that low level. I don't know, but I guess we'll see as time goes on. Anyway, I think I've rambled on long enough. Let's get the episode up here, shall we? As per usual, here on YouTube, these are time-based format reactions. If you want to see a full picture-in-picture version of this show, you can head over to my Patreon and just subscribe to the base tier. It's just £4 a month, and you gain access to the episode as it is. And yeah, here on YouTube, these are time-based, so bottom left of the screen, you're going to see the time for the episode. I'll count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play, you start the episode, I start the episode, and we will be in sync. I will call out the opening intro, which is the Toei Animation logo, which is about 15 seconds or so long, for those keeping track. This is all. I'm also watching this one on Crunchyroll, by the way. You do need Crunchyroll Premium in the UK to watch it. I don't know what it is like for the US. It's just odd that this show, despite being nearly 6 years old now, is still premium only for Crunchyroll. Just a bit of an oddity. But I don't know what that's like in other countries. Maybe it's just a UK licensing deal thing, because I can't see the dub. So I assume it's probably a licensing deal for the UK, considering it's an older show. Yeah. You can also use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scenes are transitioning to help you sync up. And with all that said, let's get into this week's episode. Again, slightly shorter episode, 23:15. I guess it's just standard to not be this long of an episode. Maybe that's just something that's happened over time since 2014. I don't remember. Anyway, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Toei Animation's logo, a very unique logo amongst other studios I've watched, so... Toei Animation. Here we go. Very rapid recap of things. Jesus. Very rapid recap. Yeah, it had a specific class name, I forgot though. I think it began with a B. Yeah, we saved them. Oh shit. Yeah, well. Mm-hmm. Protection? Interesting, okay. They're gonna get there and it's destroyed. Mm-hmm. There wasn't a squad here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. And OP time. Still like this OP. Wonder if there's any symbolism in their cubes here. Is this... I'm guessing the size has to do with their trigger's power. The colors may be to do with where they're from. I don't know, why would he be... not so sure on colors yet. Maybe it is a definition of their trigger, of type. But I'm gonna guess the size of it is depending on their power, considering our main Osamu is smaller than all the others. If so, that means this other kid character we haven't met is going to be super OP. But I guess we'll see. Alright. Here we go. Episode title, Neighbor and Trion Soldier. Alright. We need some exposition here. What's going on? Yes, okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, so they're robotic. Good. Okay, so there's a divide in the other world that's sending. Huh. It's probably a secret. Hmm. Yes. Uh huh. You can't win. Yes. Hmm. I think you'll have plenty of time to. Of course. Let's go get some food. Oh, how much does he have? Holy shit. Jesus. Holy shit. Wait, he's now a target. Yeah. Right. Hmm. Straight out of a Yakuza game, I swear. 100%. I mean, yeah. Straight out of a damn Yakuza game. Jesus, 100 grand. Oh boy. Sure. I mean, normally you're meant to still be writhing in pain at this point. I love him. I love him. I'm gonna enjoy his character a lot. Uh, uh, that was good. Oh yes, I think it's more believable now that he's a neighbor. Yeah, you should. Yes, because he doesn't know this society's norms. Not walking. Yeah. Oh boy. Wow. That's the conclusion he came to. Wow. I mean, he can tell they're lying, though, right? Okay, you're dead. Yep, there it is. You're lying. Holy shit. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Holy shit. Tavern. Okay. I really like him. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Right, which makes them criminals. Interesting. I like that. Hmm. It's a very combat focused mindset, but their world might be. I mean, it is, but also. I can't say he's wrong, though. Mm hmm. True. Oh, he's definitely not a fool. The little powers. Amazing. Hmm. I feel like I recognize Osama's voice actor. I need to look that up because I didn't do that last time. Still doesn't understand traffic laws. Still doesn't understand it. Yeah, you did. He's not human. Ho. Ho ho ho. Jesus. He's definitely not bad. He's just ignorant. That face. That face. Okay. Dude, you gotta teach him traffic laws first. Like that's gotta be the first thing. Because my god, the amount. Well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotta keep that all secret. I don't think he was planning on it anyway, but just reassuring. Mm-hmm. It is, but interesting. They don't want to be discovered by Border. Hmm. Oh boy. Oh boy. No. No. Hmm. Yeah. Ah, okay. So they don't remember. Interesting. As much as you may want to, it's wrong to. Hmm. Indicating it's not that way in the other world. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Obviously got a lot of attention for it. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. Yes, definitely. Anything? Tuh. Okay. That paints a different image. It's a good sub story for him, actually. People won't want to pry into it if it's like that. Hmm. It works out somehow. Hmm. It makes a lot of sense when you put it that way. Yeah. Well played. 1,200. That's genuinely. That's genuinely less than I expected. Huh. 1,600 in an outbreak like that? Genuinely impressive that it's not that high. Mm hmm. Yeah. God, so imposing. Ah, okay. Interesting. Him being a border agent is also meant to be kept a secret. Another replica thing? Maybe? Maybe this is the girl that we have seen. Backstory to Osamu to explore, okay. Yes. It's a good point. I mean, he clearly isn't, yes. Mm-hmm. Not that you really have the strength to do so, but... Yes. I love him. Oh, hey, another one. This one seems fairly close. Oh, hey, it's a different one. It's the same design as... It's the same design as that little robot thing, wasn't it? Huh. And they are much closer. Marmots, okay. Hmm. Oh boy. This girl. And they are looking at her specifically. Holy shit. It seems like they're being attracted to her specifically. Are we actually going to kill any students here? I don't think they will. I don't think it's the type of show that would show it anyway. Again, over the top, but I love it. And once again, Crunchyroll's compression is not handling it very well. Oh, is that the end of the episode? I think that's the end of... Okay. Yeah, it is. Oh, wow. These episodes are going quick, man. Fun facts. Do we not have an ED on this show? Or is it just Crunchyroll doesn't have the ED? I'm confused by that, but whatever. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Truth being hidden from both sides. Mm-hmm. Ability, okay. Interesting. And then that should be it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, good episode. Good episode. Yeah, so we got that little exposition. So he's not purely human in that aspect. He seems to be mechanical. Right. And then the Treon soldiers are weapons from the neighbor. So why are they being sent here? What group of neighbors wants their things to come here? I guess that's the greater mystery at hand that is going to take the rest of the season to find out. So expecting answers early is not going to happen, but I expect little clues to be thrown in here and there. So far, it seems as though... Okay, so this new monster type, what class was it? Where was it? Emergency. Things coming out. It is a... Marmods, okay. And it looks very much like... Hang on. Hold them aside. Yeah, there it was. Hang on. I mean, that looks very much like a Marmot. See, I thought that might have been like a replica for like... Well, like replica is to Yuma. I thought that would be like the girls' version, but why would it... It's possible that's still the case. They didn't really answer what that was. Maybe they're trying to hunt the neighbors that are here. Maybe he's being hunted a little bit. Hence why this gate has opened so close, because it's a targeted one specifically on him. Curious. I'm curious to see how they're going to explain that. And it also seems to be trying to follow the girl. At least it seems to directly acknowledge the girl. Whether it's actually chasing after her specifically, I don't know. One of them was. The other one was just doing whatever the hell it was doing. So... potentially they're after her. Maybe she is also a neighbor, but I don't know. Her thing was white, if I remember correctly, just like his. Just like Osamu's. Yuma's was black, as was the guy that saved Osamu's. His was also black. I don't know if that color means anything yet. But I guess we'll see. So this Amatori... I guess we'll see what her deal is. I assume she's going to be prominent next episode, if I had to guess. Even though it's called Osamu Mikumo's ability. I think... Maybe he's clearly weak, Osamu. So I assume at some point he's going to improve. Maybe this is going to be part of his step to improving himself. Because he's very determined as a character. He just doesn't have the innate strength to go with it, and is obviously trying to hide the fact that he's bored. I'm not quite sure why he's trying to hide it. Maybe he doesn't want the attention of being it. Maybe it's because he's weak. He doesn't want to show off that he's, like... Maybe he doesn't want to show off that he's a border agent because he is so weak in comparison to what the idealized image of a border agent would be. Maybe that's why he decides to hide it. I'm not quite sure. Maybe they'll dive into it a little more, because I feel like there's more to his backstory to go, obviously. And he's obviously not opening up to Yuma that quickly. He's still kind of distrustful of him to an extent, so it makes sense that he wouldn't divulge his whole life story, you know, so... But there's some good interest here, and I'm hooked already. Like, I normally say to shows 3-episode rule. That's usually been my guide. But 2 episodes in, I'm hooked already. I already want to know more about what's going on. We've still got a bunch of characters to meet, like a bunch of characters to meet. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this goes, who the girl is, who this guy that saved him is, and why he's not around right now. I guess he's probably a fully fledged border agent, and as such is like off doing something more important than attending the school, more than likely. So anyway, yeah, very interesting. I'm intrigued. I'm still confused as to why there's no ED, because that obviously equates into why the actual episode length is shorter than normal at 23:15, because there is no ED. I don't know if that's just because of Crunchyroll or what the deal with that is. I would have to look into this. Obviously, as I get the picture-in-picture footage, I'll have to double-check the versions and stuff like that. But yeah, I just find it odd that there is no ED. I'm just going to assume that this show just didn't have one. If anyone knows more, please let me know, as per usual. Spitz might be able to let me know. Thank you again for recommending the show. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. We got the 2 episodes in for today. I will be continuing to do 2 episodes a week up until the winter season, where I will rearrange it to fit my schedule to do 2 a week, either 2 on one day, like I am currently with the Wednesday slot, or it will become 1 on one day, 1 on the other. We'll see which one ends up working better. I might even try and get 3 episodes out next week. I'm not going to promise it, because depending on how I'm feeling will depend on how much, and also what time I have will depend on how many shows I can get. But I should at least be able to do 2 every week for now, so that's my plan moving forward at least. And this will take the next 2 seasons of anime to complete, so we're in for a long haul, so I hope you're excited. But don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the episode. It helps grow the channel, as do your comments on what you thought of the episode and any questions I answered. Obviously, no spoilers. You guys know that by now if you're a regular of the channel. Don't forget to support me on Patreon to see picture-in-picture versions of this show for just £4 a month. And you can also find the higher tiers there to recommend shows for you as well. And don't forget to subscribe to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the full 2020 episodes that are on the channel, as well as the upcoming winter 2021 shows as well. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you guys later.